All right, so we got a lot to do today, and I have to discuss this one other thing here. I've been wondering, I pondered this long into the night, where have I gone wrong? Thought I was a decent parent. I've worked hard at it, I tried to be a very attentive father. It was very important to me. Taught my kids about sports. They're both pretty good players, and they love sports. Why in the world yesterday that they come to me at 6 o'clock, Dad, can you do us a favor? What? I'm just getting ready to, was in my office. I was doing a little work. What? I said, we can't go outside. It's, the weather's not that great outside. He goes, no. Can you just do us a favor? What? We say yes. I said, I'm not saying yes till I know what the question is. Can we watch Wrestlemania? I said, what? Can we watch? I said, no, I said, it's on late into the night. Well, it starts soon, Dad. It's on USA for an hour. Then you have to buy the pay-per-view. Can you buy us the pay-per-view? So I figured, all right, I got an out here. I said, go ask your mother, and if she says yes, I'm figuring no way will she ever say yes. Can we say it? So their mother said yes. They come back, and Harrison's now doing flips like that guy he likes, Callisto. So he's and Harrison's really the instigator here more than Jack. Jack is like following Harrison here, Jack, the older one, but he's not into it the way Harrison. Harrison knew every guy as they announced it because I actually saw the open to make sure the pay. So I had to go. Now I go to DirecTV and I can't buy it. And I'm like, wait a second, it's a pay-per-view. What do you mean I can't buy it? So then I have to call Monzo up, who's having a WrestleMania party at his house. Black tie, red carpet, the whole thing at his home, okay? Charging people to get in. But I listen, you do what you have to do. But I text Monz, where can I buy this thing? So he finally tells me, you can go, do you have cable? I said, yeah, I have DirecTV and I have cable. So I said, go to this channel on cable. And you can buy it. So I go to the channel. I don't know if it was $59.99 or $69.99, something like that. I don't know. It was something like that. It was, it was a good buck for the event, and it was going to start at 7 o'clock. So 7 o'clock comes. Well, actually, he said he could start at 6:30. So I said, listen, at 6:30, I'll go up, and they have a TV area outside their rooms that they don't have any TV in the rooms, but they have a TV area where they can watch TV when they're not in the room. So I said, I'll put it on your TV upstairs in your area. So I go up there, and at 6:30 I go to buy it, and I buy it. And who comes up? This Scott Stanford. Scott, the guy who's a local. Scott Stanford, is that his name there? The guy who's the local sportscaster. He's like the host to the preview at 6:30. And they give like so I said, listen, you can watch this. I'll come back at 7 and make sure the pay-per-view starts, because sometimes pay-per-views are a little weird. They don't start or anything. So I come back at 7 o'clock, and there it comes, and I'm like, I'm watching the national anthem. You would have thought this was the Super Bowl. I watch as these 5 women come out in these big, long, flowing dresses to do the national anthem. You're in Jerry's building down there. It's completely full with announcers from every country in the world in tuxedos. I feel like I'm watching either a heavyweight championship in the world or I'm watching a Super Bowl here. And they're saying hello in every language. I'm saying, what is going on here? And then I see it all started 20, and I'm like, so I know nothing of the themes. Okay, obviously I know Vince McMahon. I've known him a long time. We don't hang out together, but I know him. So, he's been in the studio a couple of times. We've been at different charity things at times, so I do know him. I didn't know his son was involved, to be honest with you. I didn't know anything about that. Harrison told me the whole story. And then they come out this long runway where they start to announce the first match was some ladder thing where there was 7 guys on a ladder, including Harrison's favorite guy, Callisto. Is it Callisto? Is that
what was his partner, Sin Cara.
Sin Cara. They're the guy with the mask. So Sin Cara. So as each guy gets ready to run out, Harrison knows who he is. My 9-year-old. Oh, it's blah, blah, blah. It's blah, blah, blah. It's the, I don't know. I couldn't have named one of these people in 100 years. I started to watch the ladder thing, which I lasted about 2 minutes till they started hitting each other with the ladders, and I left. And this guy looked like, remember the guy like on Batman when you were a kid, or when we were kids, and there was a guy who wore a Riddler outfit, Frank Gorshin wore that Riddler. There's a guy who wears like an outfit looks like that. There's like a black outfit with Stardust. Yeah, he's got. It looks like the Riddler in Batman. That's what he looks like. So he's in there, and there's a bunch of different kinds of characters in there, and they obviously had to go to bed. So he went to school this morning, not knowing. They watched it till like 8:45. Then they had to go to bed. But they taped it. And he's like, I have to go to school and make sure none of my friends tell me what happened so that I can come home after I do my homework and watch the big events. So I have no idea who won the big events, nor do I care. But I'm just completely crestfallen that my kids last night were upstairs screaming their heads off while they were having these fights, this ladder thing. And I don't know what came after that. I have no idea. But they went to bed at First of all, what time did this thing end last night?
11:48.
11:48. It started at 7. Did you watch this, Chris?
I did, yes.
At his house?
No.
You watched it yourself?
I watched it at a friend's house. A couple of us got together.
So you watched it too?
Yes.
So both of my guys here watched this show. Okay. And unfortunately, my kids watched it too. So WrestleMania, I would gather, using that small polling, that my board op and my producer both had it independently, and that my two boys had it in our house. I would think this thing had to be pretty much a smash last night. If the case is, see 3 cases of people buying it right in front of me in 3 possibilities. So I would think this was a big hit. And Jerry's got 100,000 people in the building.
101,000.
That is, I can't even imagine how much money they're making. And I saw a thing last night, so I had to look it up and say, how many buys were they expecting? I had to see 1.3 million they were expecting. That's an outrage. At $59 a pop? Oof. How much could they pay a big wrestler? He can't get paid like a boxer. There's no way he's getting paid he's not getting a portion of the gate like a boxer does. So how much could you possibly? These guys got to be making so much money. It is because how much could the top wrestler get paid? He can't make the demands of an Ali or a Tyson or somebody like that. So how much could he possibly make?
The top few guys make a couple million.
Couple of million. Boxers can make $50 million on a night. There's nobody making that in wrestling. So the money's all going to the promoters. They're making They're making more money. That's like the best business in the world. That's better than the NFL. They're making so much money, it's scary. So is that the World Series of?
That's their Super Bowl.
That's their Super Bowl. Okay, so that's it. That's the big event of the year.
Well, they have monthly ones, but that's the one. That's the one you build up to.
So I don't know where I went wrong, but they actually, I have to admit, in my house, they were watching WrestleMania. As sad a statement as that is, WrestleMania was on in my house last night.